hear me, I have a pretty loud mouth. Second of all, Stephanie, I'd like to address your question before you have to leave. Yes, the Alliance for Quality Education would like to do something about the fact that we would like to respond to the community. I'm an organizer. I deal with the people. I actually had something prepared, but I'd rather speak from the heart, because you've got plenty of qualified people who are really speaking about the numbers and the facts about this. We want to host a town hall meeting, and we are hosting one on October 30th in Webster, along with the Webster Central PTSA, and I encourage all of you to invite people, especially parents and taxpayers, out to this meeting to see whether or not, we can discuss this. Is this fair or unfair? The second thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that the Alliance for Quality Education, I'm a Rochester parent, so why am I here, right? Well, basically, we led the fight to get this influx of funding, this historic influx of funding. And lo and behold, after years of them owing this money to school districts all over the place, and with people from Brighton, from Webster, from Greece, rural, urban, suburban, coming together and realizing that there were real disparities in education, that this money was owed to districts. This money was to complement what was already in the school districts, not to take the place and be used in the maneuver that's being used now. Second of all, I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity for speaking to you, but I somehow feel, and I'm a little crude, I somehow feel like I'm preaching to the choir. I would have loved to see more of the Republican Party here. And I'm wondering when they actually take public comment. I don't know that. And finally, the thing that I really want to say about this is that we fought for this money. This money has specific purposes. This influx of new funding is a new law. It has specific purposes. They can't take that money and say, okay, now we're going to put it in place of the $600,000 that Brighton has lost, or whatever the case may be. They can't fiddle with that. That money comes with strings attached to it. So first of all, tightening up means they can't shift that money. So it's going to be a real lack, a real deficit in certain programs throughout the district. And basically, let me see what else I wanted to say. Yes, I do want to say something else. Sandra Franco, a lot of people in this room, Ron Shelley, Brighton members, I was really surprised, especially with Brighton, that they stood up for our fight in getting money, because they didn't wind up gaining a thing by us getting this extra funding, really. But they stood up for it because it was morally the right thing to do. It was really the right thing to do. So guess what? Rochester people are just as outraged about what is happening in the suburban districts, because it is morally wrong, period, point blank. There's a young lady back here who's taking a political science class with me right now at MCC, okay? I'm not politically an expert. She's been taking 101 with me, and we were going over the democratic process. Well, from what I learned in political science 101, this is not a democratic process. We elect representatives, and I don't expect you to read something within an hour, a book this big within an hour. It's ludicrous. That's why we elect representatives to actually represent us. And when they don't have the opportunity to do so, we're the ones who are cheated. So I really hope that something can be done. I hope that that this lawsuit goes forward. I did not read my prepared statement. Thank you very much for letting me speak. And I'm really hoping that we can do something about this. Thank you.
Thank you.